your girl Danny, and I'm here with another What I've Learned in 2019. But first, I want to bring everybody over to my personal Instagram page. I am doing a giveaway where I am giving out 4 $40 gift cards for Every Plate. So Every Plate is a food distribution service where they give you 3 meals for either 2 or 4, depending on what you order, and you get to pick your meals, and it's a great way to eliminate not having fresh food in your house. If you're like me, I did it because I wanted in 2019 to become a better culinary chef, and I wanted to try new things that I wasn't used to. Like, yes, I can do that soul food and like standard food that's in the African American households, but I wanted to try shepherd's pie and play more with different types of meat and get some veggie dishes in under my belt and just be a better person, well, a well-rounded person, but also just be healthier. And for me, like, be more of a woman. Like, when I look at how I live my life all over, knowing how to cook different meals for myself and my future family is something that's important. So instead of waiting until I get that future family, I'm starting now. And I love it for it. It's something that is like a stress reliever. It's calming, it's fun. And I actually now have really incorporated my dad. He loves tasting my stuff and has now even helped to kind of help me. And so it's been like a really great bonding experience for me and my father. So that is my spiel with Every Plate. If you go over to my Instagram, again, it's Danny So Fancy. We are doing a giveaway where I'm giving them out. So you just have to like the page, tag a friend that you think would want it as well, and share my video in the stories. That's it, that's all, and the winners will be announced on Friday. So now that I have given you that spiel, let's dive into another lesson that I've learned. And so this is really, I think, a full circle moment for me. I think that 2019, just the end of the decade, I've done a lot, and I want to go over, that'll be another video of everything I've learned, but I feel like I'm just such a better person. Like, January 2019 Danny is so different than December 2019 Danny. And working with TGIN has helped me, I think, in my personal life, but also like definitely in my dating life. And let me explain why. So when you work for a small company, there are a lot of times where you'll be asked to kind of help in a role that wasn't necessarily for you, or it's something new that they're doing and we need everybody to pitch in. And for me, like, I think that I'm an extremely hard worker. I think I'm smart. I think I'm dependable. You know, I think people like to work with me and want to work with me. And so if you give me a task, it's going to get done. And if it's not going to get done, you're going to get an explanation why, but nothing is ever going to drop the ball. When you work with other people, people will disappoint you, right? It's normal. It's normal people will disappoint you. And when I first was kind of experiencing that, I would get really irritated. Like, people would be getting on my nerves because it's like, are you not dependable? Do I have to keep reminding you? And I'm not your direct report, so I really don't even feel comfortable, and you probably would look at me sideways if I wanted to correct you. You know how I go. So I was talking to my friend, and she was like, you know, so much is going well for you because all these things that are going super well, you can control. Like, I can control how often I record these YouTube videos and upload them. I can control when I hire an assistant and start giving off more work. I can control when I show up and show out for an event or for a speaking engagement or for whatever I'm doing. But I can't control when I'm 100% relying on someone else that doesn't report under me, that I just have been said, this is the person you need to work with, and you gotta figure this out. You don't have to like the person, but you do have to figure out how you're going to work with this person and create beauty, create some bomb-ass content, create a bomb-ass strategy or whatever that is. And that's not the easiest thing. It really isn't. And for me, with my ideas, I do get passionate about my ideas. And I may get a little too passionate when it comes to other people's ideas, which I'm checking myself on. See, I can get super passionate about average black girl stuff because I own that. And I can then go ahead and make it work. And if I want something to be done, it needs to be done. But when I'm working with somebody else's idea, they have the ability to say no, right now. Or they have the ability to say, I like it, but bring it to the team. If the team doesn't 100% approve, then it's not going to be done. And I had to kind of change my mindset. Like, I just want to do this job and do it well and do it the best that I can do it, right? But then I can go ahead and put all my ideas and my passion into this, which is why it's Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody. And I'm recording. And, you know, my bedroom wasn't set up, but I'm like, it's more important for me to have consistent content and to bring this YouTube together because I said I was going to make this a priority because I'm seeing my ideas and everything that is accepted do so well for another brand. And then there's some ideas that aren't accepted, or maybe they'll be accepted a little bit later. But I have no boundaries or barriers to entry with my own stuff. And so therefore I'm sitting here. But how that relates to dating is, she was like, dating is the one thing that you can't 100% control on your own. We're relying with other people. And so, not to be patient, but just to understand the difference. Understand that type of frustration that I was having with some of my coworkers and just other people that I was working with, I may be carrying that same frustration when another human doesn't do what I expect them to do, or doesn't show up in the way that I would want them to show up, or how I'm expecting them to show up, or more importantly, how I would if I was in that situation. And that's probably not realistic because there's no one like me but me. And I've been fortunate to handpick my friends. And so all of my friends are really similar to me, but even then, so they're not me. And I give them a certain level of grace and acceptance because they've just been with me for so long and through different aspects of my life. And I'm going to need to do that same thing within dating and stuff. And it was just kind of like an aha moment because it's like, there's a lot that I can do. So I'm not gonna say like it's just up in the air, I have no control. That's not true. I have control of how much focus I put into it. I have control in how I am putting myself in different rooms to find new people. I have control in if I want to reach out to people I've already come in contact with and just haven't taken it to that next level. I have control if I am bad at texting. Like, there's so many things I do have control over. But at the end of the day, when I'm working with different people and I actually do connect with some people and I'm trying to go to that next level and like see where this goes, just making sure that I kind of remember to have that same grace that I'm learning and working on while working with other people. And just taking that, like, it's not about me and not take things so personal. Like with work, like if it's not personal if my idea isn't accepted. And it's really not even personal if that person didn't drop the ball, whether they didn't follow up with somebody or didn't give you the type of support that you expected that you needed on a particular project. It's just really not personal. And so I have learned in 2019 just to not take it personal. And that's with everything. Like, even if I get ghosted, like, it's not personal. Like, you just weren't for them, and even though you may have said, oh, I would have expected a conversation, or I would have expected this person to not give me the benefit of closure, or whatever it is, it's literally not personal. And once I've kind of taken that aspect of it, and whatever is happening is done not to me, but just is something that is happening, like, I've just let go of so much. I've had so much more peace. And I literally am not stressed. Like, I have no makeup on right now, minus the eyebrows. Y'all are never gonna see me without eyebrows, sorry. But I'm just more at peace. And it honestly took me working with the organization, with a small business that has a lot of different personalities that are bright and smart, and for them to still be some sort of conflict. Granted, all conflict isn't bad, some conflict is great, but if I could just take myself out of the situation and understand, this is actually helping me to be a better person, a better human, a better communicator, a better future mother, better future spouse, everything, because the level of maturity that I have now with working with people, that I am able to kind of get through conflicts and then come back to work and still work with them. I think that that's great, and I wouldn't have had that kind of situation had I not been in this particular situation, because it's different environment when you work with maybe like kind of siloed, or if you're doing sales where like you really don't have a lot of other counterparts to work on or rely on, and it's just kind of you and the clients. Or if you're in account management, it's just different because a lot of that's on you. You have support to help you that you can reach out to, but you really are on a team where you guys can kind of help and support, but you don't really have to work with them day in and day out, and their willingness to help or not help has nothing to do with you. And so with them, marketing is so different, because like I don't do the social media posting and content creating. I help with the strategy but not the posting. So it's very common where you may have an idea and then when it's posted, it's a little bit different. And that is annoying. That like annoys the heck out of me, I'm not gonna lie. But it's reality, and now that just forces me to figure out what that person that's on that end needs to know, so that they can understand why it's so much more important for them to do exactly how I say, so that I can see if it's working or not. So that's a whole nother step that I'm again not used to, because when I have my virtual assistant and I say post something, she posts it exactly how I like it, because again, like, this is my business and she's reporting to me, versus, hey, we're both working together but we have the same boss, and the boss hired me because they like my brain, and she hired you because she likes your brain, and so we kind of need to figure out a meeting of the minds. And so again, without getting like too minuscule details, I mean, the main thing is that I feel like I'm in a better place. I don't take things so personal, and I'm able to work with people that have disappointed me, that, you know, literally aren't my friends. Like, you're not my friends, and if we weren't in this situation, we probably wouldn't even be communicating. But I'm able to get over that and get past that and find a way to work together where it's a healthy and warm environment. And that kind of life experience it took me 30 years to find and to have, and it's because, again, when you're working with people that think differently with you and come from a different place, it forces you to stretch and grow. And this is my story. So again, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment. What in 2019 have you learned? And stay tuned, there will be another video on Friday. All right, bye guys.